Underground Radio, Louisville Slugger, the XGK, X Stove. Good evening, hope everybody's warm. Let's see what's going on with this stove. It's pretty nice and compact for one. Well, I don't want to sit here and talk about the specs completely. I mean, I think everybody's well versed with using the internet, and it's fun to learn about the specs all by yourself. So, I mean, one of the fun parts about this stove is that if you can learn to make popcorn in the middle of nowhere, then you're close to being an expert with this stove already. I've done it. Camping out in caves in Spain and actually being able to make a big full load of popcorn, and it's great without burning the popcorn. So that it's as powerful as a stove is. You have to be flexible when using the stove because there's no simmer. You can't simmer. You can't adjust the simmering effect for the flame, so it's full thrust flame. So that's how powerful this stove is. So you basically lift the pot when you want to simmer something. You want to lift the pot off the stove and basically manually simmer what you're cooking. So same goes with popcorn. You basically just lift the popcorn off the stove so it doesn't burn, and basically just wait until it's finished and you're done. It's a very simple stove to operate. So it says super fast boiling time, 1 liter of water in just 2.8 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty effectively efficient, I would say. Maybe a little less. It depends. If you're boiling snow or if you have distilled water, it might be just about around that time. Once you learn how to actually maintain this stove with all the components that it has, with the oil and the fuel jet, what's that called? The multi-fuel, the shaker jet. Yeah, the fuel jet. So once you learn about all the maintenance parts, there's plenty of videos on the XGK, I think, on YouTube. So you can check those out. It'll explain it a little bit better. So actually, the nice thing, what I do personally with this stove is the fuel container. I purchased a 1,500 milliliter capacity fuel container, so you can chuck around extra fuel. So the ones that are marked MSR, the fuel containers that are marked MSR, they don't run that big. So you're a little bit limited on how much fuel that you can run. But it's nice to have the MSR labeled fuel containers and the extra 1,500 milliliters that you can get and pick up from other sites. So you just have to Google 1,500 milliliter fuel container for multi-fuel stoves, and you should be able to find out what it looks like and so on and so forth, how much it costs. Shouldn't cost that much money. So let's see. There's a blog on MSR's website, the Expedition Powerhouse. I'll check that out a little bit later. The Expedition service kit that this comes with, I don't know, actually you have to pay for it separately. But it's a good thing to have, actually. I haven't had too many problems with the stove offhand. Like, there's a way that you can maintain the stove without the Expedition service kit, but just in case you're doing a long travel, a long-term thing, it's good to have the Expedition service kit so you're not stuck out there. And But for general use, if you're using it every day and you're at the house and wherever you live, you basically can just service the stove without the complete service kit. So certain things you need to know about the stove. That's why it's good to look at those videos about the XGK. So what else is here? So checking out. So you got to go through CascadeDesigns.com. You have to go through them to get to this website. So it's Cascade Designs, and then you select the brand, shop our brands, and go to MSR. Then type in XGK in the search bar, and then it'll pop up. So once you do that, yeah, you can see what's going on. The evolution of the MSR XGK X stove. There's a blog on that. So pretty much that's it. The XGK is out of stock right now, so there's a few places they sell them. Just do a Google and it'll pop up. So you'll have plenty of opportunity to buy it from a dealer, from a supplier, and but it's a great stove. I highly recommend the stove, and there's a few things you have to adapt to with these stoves, and the functionality of it is great. For the stability of the stove is really good, but when you're doing an actual excursion and an expedition, it's really nice to have a box that these stoves can sit in, and the stove can basically operate. When you open the box, it'll operate. It'll be like a metal box, and it'll kind of stabilize the stove completely, and you can run the line with the fuel container. And all that contains, the box contains the whole thing, the stove and the fuel container. And it's a great thing to do if you're doing excursions and long expeditions, because you don't want to constantly have to worry about wind, and the box kind of protects the fuel from the wind, and then you can the flames from the wind, and then you can actually efficiently cook. So I've seen it done on a few videos, and it's great, and it's a great option. Once you get the stove, think about how you would build an actual metal box. Maybe you would use rivets, some sort of hinge system. Maybe you can do it that way. But yeah, I just wanted to give a heads up on the XGK. So that's pretty much it. It's a solid, robust stove. I must say, it's really robust compared to other ones. The Dragonfly is a little bit less weight. Yeah, it's less weight. The Dragonfly. That's another stove from MSR. If you don't already have these stoves, you probably already have these stoves. A lot of you guys already have these stoves, and I'd love to hear your comments about how you use the stove, and how effective the stove has been for you on your expeditions and your outings during camping. I was trying to figure out a way to actually use two XGK stoves, put two together, and use a nice solid square iron, cast iron skillet, like the square ones for casseroles. But you use two XGK stoves, and you can cook with it's heavy. I mean, the whole operation would be heavy, but when you're at the house in the backyard and stuff like that, like you can pull it off. I want to see pretty much how that'll work. I've done the cast iron small skillets with the stove, and it works out great. And So yeah, that's another option you have with cast iron using with the stove. So it's to me it's more about talk. It's not just about talking about the specs of the, because you can find all that stuff out on your own, and it's fun to do that. And you can weigh things up. If you want to try other stoves from other companies and see how that goes. But right now, from the direct manufacturer, this product is out of stock. But they give you excellent customer service through Cascade Designs. So once you give them a call, they'll direct you to MSR's department. And if you have any technical questions about the stove, they'll definitely walk you through. And if you need anything sent to you, like they'll basically direct you to the expedition service kit, and that's still in stock. So that's not too much of a price on that one. So it's not that expensive for the expedition kit, service kit. So once you can get that, but like most of the technical questions will be resolved based on the expedition service kit. So. But other than that, they have excellent customer service over there at Cascade Designs. So thanks for listening. This is Underground Radio, Gear Camp Radio. I'm your host, DJ Dragonetti. Stay warm, eat well, take it easy. Gear Camp Radio.